I got my relic of a laptop out tonight to see if this thing fucking works. See if it's going to break up with my laptop instead of the cell phone. So we're going to start by talking about some dry fasting. Now I'm trying to bring these comments in front of me so I don't have to look over to the side. Just wait a minute here. Okay, we're going to start with talking about some dry fasting. So, if you've never dry fasted before, you lose a fuckload of weight when you dry fast, obviously. You're not eating anything and you're not drinking any water. Okay, you burn straight fucking body fat, and your body will make up the water by burning body fat. Similar to a car. How you get CO2 and H2O when you fucking burn gasoline. You get H2O when you burn body fat when you're not drinking any water. Okay, metabolic water. And that's what keeps you going so you don't just die of dehydration. Like if you're a fat ass, you're a fucking camel. Okay, you can burn body fat for days. And you'll lose a crazy amount of weight. But now, again, you have to come off a dry fast in a way that you're going to sustain a diet. Now, one of the best routines, if you're coming off a dry fast, that's, for example, 72 hours, 24 hours even. Okay, a 1 meal a day diet, low protein, high wet fruit is going to be a good routine. And you could still dry fast all day. That's a great fucking routine. If you're trying to get ripped, okay, not just for fat asses, if you're actually trying to get sub 10% body fat, assuming you have muscle. They don't worry about getting sub 10% fucking body fat or even sub 15% body fat if you haven't built up any muscle. So fucking waste of time. For women, we're talking 20% body fat, you're getting lean. The amount of weight a fat pig will lose on a straight dry fast is going to be a pure body fat once they rebound back after they start rehydrating is going to be like 3 pounds of fat a day. Okay, 3 pounds a day. That's fucking insane. Okay, that's how much fucking weight you lose. Okay, I have a donation from Super Javi. He says, what if it's 120 degrees Fahrenheit where I live and it's not dangerous to dry fast? Is it not dangerous to dry fast? No, don't be a fucking pussy. Fuck, that's perfect. You don't even need a sauna if you're going to do some death fasting. Okay, now, when I say death fasting, if this fucking live feed doesn't break up, then I know it's working. Okay, perfect. Okay, fucking go dry fast and sit in your fucking car at 120 degrees Fahrenheit and you'll fucking melt. And then don't drink water afterwards. Hold that water deficit. Try to do that for 48 hours. Just don't die. Okay? You don't have to listen to everything I say, you fucking idiots. Okay? Some of the shit I do will fucking kill you. If you're not dying, you're not trying. One time, I did a death fast so what I did was I was dry fasted in the morning. I went to the swim pool where there's a dry sauna, and I went in there for probably an hour straight right off the hop. And I sit low in that sauna so that I can have that long duration. The duration is more important than the intensity. Exact opposite when you're lifting weights, okay? The intensity is way more important than just hitting a bunch of junk volume when you lift weights. But when you're talking about steady state cardio or sauna work to lose weight, the duration's what you want so you don't get taxed. So I went in the sauna and I went in there for an hour right off the hop. And then after that, to go recover, I would sit out and then I would wait for 15, 20 minutes and then I'd hop back in for 10 minutes at a time. And I went from 178 pounds. I did this for 2 fucking days. 2 days. And the night of the first day, I had some raw steak and 1 liter of coconut water. And I weighed it. So I was already down like 12 pounds. And then I ingested approximately 3 pounds of volume. Okay, that's why the scale works so good. Become an expert in the scale. Once you're an expert at manipulating the scale, you're going to fucking have no troubles losing weight. So I'm down, say, 12 pounds, and then I ingested 3 pounds. That means I'm down 9. And then I tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. Okay, zombie mode. I fucking couldn't sleep. So then I went downtown into the city where I live, went to a 24-hour gym, and I was so fucking taxed. I went there and I put on like no weight, and I just fucked around there because I couldn't sleep at all, doing like no fucking weight for some reps. Like I was dead. And then I went home once I felt like I might be able to fall asleep, slept for a couple hours, fucking went to the sauna again the next day, pulled on my body very strategically. Okay, I was very smart doing this. Like when fighters do it, they'll cut almost too fast. Okay, they'll do it in 1 day cut. I fucking broke it into 2. And I went from 178 pounds down to 160. And I held that fucking massive water deficit. And because I held the water deficit, your body goes into fucking fat burning mode times 100 because of the metabolic water it's trying to get, and you're just hot. Like you're not cold when you're doing this. It's different than when you're fasting on the snake juice or when you're fasting on fluid. Okay, your body's just an incinerator when you do this. Okay, so when I came off the long fast or the dry stint, even though it wasn't a 48-hour fast dry, I was doing the death fasting, and I did have a bit of food in the coconut water. But overall, I was at a massive weight drop. That's the trick. And then you hold on to that, which is a bitch, because you're fucking so thirsty you could drink 10 gallons of piss. Where for me, that's not even hard, because piss drinking to me is a joke. Okay? You fellow piss drinkers out there. Okay, I've talked to you about the fucking piss drinking. And by the way, I made an old video. So I dealt with fucking herpes in the past. And I made an old video, and it was right at the same time where I was trying not to drink any tap water. So I was dry fasting all day, eating a portion of meat, and a bunch of fruit for dinner. Okay, like a hand-sized portion of meat. And so I dry fast all day, and I was eating so much wet fruit that I didn't even have to drink water. But this is right about the time I was fucking having like herpes flare-ups and shit. And I didn't even notice. I thought the dry fasting was the thing that did the job when I got rid of it. And yes, a low inflammation routine, example, low carb, strict ketogenic dieting, dry fasting, anything where it puts you at a big deficit, you're not going to have flare-ups if you're fucking dealing with herpes. And like, this goes for any STD. Okay? But what it really was, it scrubs that fucking virus out of your system, is fucking piss. Okay, urine therapy. And it was funny because when I first started it, I've told this story before. I went down a rabbit hole and seen all these stories. And there's people that were beating cancer and shit by fat, because they're obviously fasting as well. And they're fasting on piss. Okay, it's pure. It's blood plasma. Okay, people fucking still think piss is like fucking does what the liver does, idiots. It's all it is a regulator of fucking minerals in your blood at any given time. Okay, whatever's in your blood goes in your urine. So it's blood. It's blood plasma. Okay, you're not going to die. There's information in there about if you had some toxins, but there's no real volume of toxins. Your liver cleans it all out. So anyway, I was literally going to the gym on a 1 meal a day diet on meat and fruit, drinking fucking piss, like right at the gym. Okay, I'm like hammering squats and shit and drinking piss. Like it was fucking, if people knew I was doing that, I probably would have been fucking thrown in fucking nut house. Okay, but I did that for probably 2 months and not one fucking flare up. Because every month, it was monthly. Okay, monthly, I'd fucking get a cold sore, like bad. And it was fucking after having sex with a fucking girl that was fucking obviously past me something. Okay, and I got super sick to the point where my gums flared up so bad that I thought my fucking teeth were going to fucking fall out. All right. Anyway, I wasn't fasting at that point. And so for a lot of people that ask me about herpes and shit, the fucking piss, it's the urine therapy. Day to day, consistently, and you'll scrub that shit right the fuck out. You know, somebody should go on the fucking, I should go on the street if I was still back in the old days when I was going on the street with signs. You should go on the street and say, drinking piss cures herpes. Okay? And not to mention, don't even worry about it. Fuck, herpes is a joke. Okay? It's a fucking joke. Like 80% of people have it. Fuck, they don't even know it. But the urine fucking will scrub that shit right the fuck out. But you got to be consistent with it. And I don't know how it fucking works. Where's the studies? Where's the fucking 100 people that they made drink urine that all have herpes for a month? Doesn't exist. No one's going to pay for that shit. Fuck. Give your head a shake. So I answered this guy's question about the fucking, yeah, dry fasting's dangerous. Oh, so what? Okay, use common sense, fucking it. Use common sense, people. Okay, any long fast, dry fasting, fucking snake juice fasting, strict ketogenic dieting, fast weight loss, 1,000-calorie diet. Okay, use common sense. Okay, if you feel like shit, like you're gonna pass out doing something, then go home. Okay, you don't gotta be a fucking hero. Okay, you're trying to lose weight. Just let the fucking weight melt. You don't even have to work. I've had so many women get a hold of me about herpes, and men. Men too, actually. But women, it's almost a bigger deal because the fucking stigma. All right? And it's always the same. I've had a lot of women fucking drinking piss and never, ever having a flare up again after. But they won't talk about it. You don't know who these women are because they're not going to tell you they had herpes and they're not going to tell you they're drinking piss. Okay, and like I said, when I started drinking piss, it's not like I'm a piss zealot. I'm not a dogmatic piss drinker. Okay, it just goes hand in hand with the hardcore shit. Okay, I did it because after a while, you just see so many anecdotal stories that you are a pussy if you don't try it. It's the same with the dry fasting. Okay, dry fasting is some serious shit if you got fucking skin issues and anything. Okay, but if you're a fat ass, you worry about losing weight first. If you want to do some dry fasting, fine. But if you got skin problems and you're a fat ass, lose fucking weight, pig. Okay, if you got skin problems and you're fucking ripped, try dry fasting and cutting carbs completely, pig. At that point, you're not a pig. You actually have real health issues that obviously aren't just from being a fat ass. Okay, I have a donation from Hachi. Donate me $10. Thank you. See, nobody wants to talk about fucking herpes and shit. Like, fuck. So common. Okay, like some of the biggest scams known to man. HIV AIDS is bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Fuck. It basically, if you actually dig into the fucking research on HIV, it's a fucking old retrovirus at best. And every human's got 50 to 100 retroviruses because we had viruses for the last thousands of years and our antibodies are still there. Okay, that's all it is. It just turned into this fucking crazy thing because in the 1980s, you had a bunch of homosexuals doing a pile of fucking drugs and it was malnourishment. And then they got tested for something. So they had to pull something out of their fucking ass, which was HIV. You can't even reproduce it in a beaker or in a fucking test tube. You can't even reproduce it. Okay, you need like a huge volume of tissue to even reproduce it. It's bullshit. And another thing, like I have a girl I'm helping right now that came to me and was fucking tested positive for HIV. You know how many false positives you'll get too if you've ever had an STD or herpes? It's fucking bullshit. Okay, so anybody that has HIV, you know what kills them? AZT, these chemo drugs they're putting people on. Okay, if you have HIV, all you gotta do is forget about it. That's it. Okay, fucking gain some weight, eat some food, pump some iron. Don't take any drugs. The drugs are what kill you. It's your fear, you fucking idiot. It's your fucking fear of the fucking stigma of it. And it's funny, it's always seems to be black people and gay people. Like, fuck off. Like, there's not one fucking virus that just attacks a group of people. And then they also try to give it a 12-year slow ass span. So by then, it's like they can sell you on the idea that this HIV caused AIDS and it took or caused some other disease. Like, it's bullshit. Fuck. I can say this because I've helped so many of these fuckers. Okay? You know how many fucking people have come to me over the last 6-7 years when I made that last old HIV live like 100 years ago? And I just told them fucking forget about it and get off those meds. And they were fucking fine. Fuck. Biggest fucking scam of the fucking 20th century's HIV. Fuck. All the kids that live in Africa and shit, they fucking get massive money if they say that that's caused by HIV, and when it's just literally fucking malnourishment, fucking morons. Fuck. Fucking stupidity. So anytime, any fucking sexually transmitted disease, any of that shit, urine therapy, okay? Fucking cut the sugar to get the inflammation out of your fat ass, lose weight. And if you got stomach problems, fuck, there's nothing better than piss, especially if it's fermented. Okay? I don't say names, but I have a friend who literally was top level athlete. Like we're talking the Olympics, like in the Olympics. His gut was so fucked up from high eating frequency and whatever else that he couldn't even eat any starch and he was having problems and shit. And I told him, I'm like, well, try drinking piss. Okay? Try drinking piss. Do it give it a chance. Like, and just don't even listen. Like, you know, you got not mainstream. This is shit ain't mainstream, but you got like your piss drinkers that are like, oh, take it during like, you know, when you're halfway through a piss, like the midstream and shit. These don't even worry about that shit. Just drink it like you're fucking drinking your pop, you fat pig. Who cares? Anyway, my buddy did it, and his gut was so fucking healthy in a month, he could eat whatever the fuck he wanted. Okay, I'm telling you this shit from experience. I talked to thousands of people. Nobody talks to more people on a one-on-one basis than me, period. It's impossible. Fuck, that's all I do all fucking day. Fuck, I talk to more people one-on-one than anybody, period. How the fuck you gonna do more people than me? How? That's all I do all fucking day. Okay, I hear things. I know the stories, the real shit that you don't see. Okay, I had some donations here. Chris Giovanetti donated me $20. Says, have you really helped me, Cole? You have really helped me, Cole. Thank you. You're welcome. ARS donated me $3,000. If that was USD, that'd be a lot of fucking money. Thanks for the donation. Best way to get shredded if you have muscle and 20% body fat. I can never get under 15. Okay, so that's a good question. So 20% body fat for a male that's got good muscle, that's a good weight. Okay, let's get that straight. That's not a bad weight. Okay, you're watching too many motherfuckers on Instagram. That's not a bad weight. Obviously, you're a little fluffy. Okay, but you're not going to have a big gut. If you got good muscle on, you're not going to have a big gut at 20%. So at that point, you start, first off, if you want to baby step it, first thing, don't make a radical change. Okay, just clean up the diet. So if you don't want to go with a low carb diet, you don't have to. Just if you're going to stick to eating normal, just clean it up. So cut out all the junk, all the liquid calories. Like we're talking lean meat. We're talking clean starch if you're going to eat starch. We're talking fruit. Okay, a simple diet. Fuck. Okay, if you want to go that route, you're going to not want to crank the fat way up, right? It's going to be moderate fat. See where that gets you. That'll chip you down, probably to 15, 14%, without even counting 1 calorie. Now you're at 14%. Now you fucking maybe tighten it up even more. Maybe yank the starch out. Maybe play with that. Maybe yank out some carbs. Okay, maybe do a little bit of fasting. Maybe to control the calories, maybe go to a meal a day diet. Okay, you don't even have to do that at the start. You can stick to 2 or 3 meal a day if that's what you're already doing. Okay, now it gets more serious when you're trying to get really lean. Then you're going to have to fucking somehow control the calories somehow. There's no way around that. Okay, calories are accurate enough that no matter what food choices you eat, you're going to have to fucking adjust those calories. Meal a day, if you want to get really aggressive, if you're trying to get really lean, meal a day, strict fucking 20% protein, 80% keto is going to get you ripped. Okay, how long can you hold on to that though? Once you're lean, you could backfeed. Okay, you could basically You could reverse diet slightly, bump the food up and try to hold. You could get lean on the keto routine, and then you could go back to the carbs once you're lean and just creep the calories back up. Okay, once you're lean, you can literally do a lot of different diets to stay there. But what's the best way for you to get there is the question. Okay, that's how you would do it. You amp up the fucking cardio, you lazy fuckers. Amp it the fuck up. Steady state cardio, more walking. And don't chase steps, chase time on your feet. Okay, step counting's good. Okay, I'm not saying it's bad, but time on your feet is going to trump that. For example, if you walk fast for 2 hours and you logged, let's say you logged 10,000 steps and it took you 2 fucking hours or some shit. And instead of doing that, you logged 10,000, but you took 4 hours to hit the 10,000. You're going to burn way more calories doing it for 4 hours, even though the step count was the same, because you're standing more. Because if you're not standing, you're sitting. And when you're sitting, you might as well just cut your calorie burn in half. Okay, you just fucking basically you might as well be doing nothing. So you ought to chip down. And it all depends how fast you're trying to cut. It all depends, like, how much muscle do you want to hold. Okay, now if you want to fucking just go ham on it, there's times where I might have been 15% and I just fucking fasted myself right down to 8 with one fast. There was like fucking 7 days. Okay, if you're doing that, your body doesn't even have a chance to adapt. You're not going to lose fuck all for muscle. You'll lose minimal. All right, but obviously that's hard. Or you could even get way more aggressive than that and do a fucking dry fast, which is going to lose fat like almost twice the pace of the snake juice fast. But it's going to be even harder. Okay, you can't do nothing. And if you just lay there, you're going to it's going to make it the easiest if you just sit still when you're trying to do a long, aggressive fast. Okay, if you just sit still. Everyone's trying to do everything. Oh, I'm going to fast and I'm going to do crazy cardio and lift weights. You're an idiot. The easiest fast I ever did, and I fucked up fast too. Okay, like the 15-day fast that I did where it was 10 days snake juice, 5 days dry, I fucked that 10 days up because I was still going to the gym doing low volume with like a bunch of weight, like very low volume, just compound powerlifting lifts. That was dumb. Okay, that was fucking stupid. I would have did better just laying in bed. Okay, and I did a 10-day fast once, and I went from 190 to 165, and I think I finished up at like 171 once I started eating again. Then I just held 170. And that fast, I didn't do shit. I didn't do anything for 10 days, and it was a joke. That was an easy fast, especially if you go into it off a ketogenic diet. If you're already in ketosis when you start the fast, it's always going to be easier because that first 48 hours is going to be a little bit harder if you are going into the fast off carbs. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, Go Exist donated me $11. Says Pis Loop to fix high ferritin sleep apnea. I donated blood 5 days ago and just started a piss fast today. Like, you can't go wrong doing that, all right? And if you're fat ass, like, sleep apnea is going to be a big cause of just being fat, all right? So the goal still is lose weight, all right? But if you're doing some urine looping routine, you're going to cut weight fucking quick. Like, the urine acts like a diuretic. It's almost the same as dry fasting, close, because you're not ingesting any extra fluid. Maybe you drink a bit of snake juice, especially if you feel like the piss is getting almost too clean, just to make sure you got some energy. But really, you're doing that for like a massive health issue. So who gives a shit if you got energy? Fuck. If you go look up, it's so hard. You can't even share these fucking videos on YouTube. Like this one, Troy Casey had a buddy that had bad cancer. And he did a 21-day piss fast. I think he had like throughout the 21 days, he might have had like 3 green juices. So 3 days he had a green juice. But he basically looped piss and he added in a little bit of water and he did that for 21 days. Cancer's fucking gone. And like that's because obviously the fasting's crazy hardcore autophagy. And then he's dropping weight. He's extremely catabolic. And whatever the urine does, like I've talked about it before. There's theories, how when you drink the piss, it creates basically it's almost like a homing device to make your body attack pathogens faster through areas where your immune system starts with your lymph nodes and tonsils and those areas in your mouth where your immune system starts, where it detects pathogens. So the urine, for example, usually if you get a cold, you actually got sick days before, a couple days before is when you actually contracted it. And then your body starts fighting it hard, maybe in 2 days. But if you were drinking the urine right when you contract that virus, that sickness, basically it'll attack that pathogen faster. So then you won't see the reaction. You won't see all the inflammation from trying to fight it later is the idea. Okay. Thanks for the donation. Steve Smith. He says, hey, Cole, I'm 6 feet around. Sounds about right for the fucking North American population. Around 280 pounds. Oh, he said, hey, Cole, I'm 6 feet tall, he meant. Around 280 pounds. Okay. I drive a truck 12 hours, 5 days a week. Could you coach me? Tell me some recommended actions. So if you're sitting on your ass and there's no way around it, obviously a meal a day is going to work really good. Okay, especially for men. It's going to work good. I'll tell you some calorie counts. A fat ass, a man that's a big guy like him, 6 feet, 280. If you don't want to get too aggressive, anywhere between 1,500 and 2,000 calories you're going to be cutting. And you can easily get away with one meal a day at 1,500. You make sure you're getting in your snake juice during the day. Make sure you salt the shit out of the food. Anytime you're cutting fast, you want to get that salt in. Now, dry fasting is a whole nother scenario because you're dry fasting. Your energy's going to be shit. Okay, like I talked about in that other live. Okay, these protocols, they're not sustainable. This is hardcore shit. Okay, you can't just do it forever. But for a truck driver, try to get in some exercise, body weight shit, walking lunges, push-ups, pull-ups. You can't do a pull-up. Maybe get some bands. Maybe go buy some bands and try to find something you can hang a band over top you so you can do overhead pull downs with bands. Okay, but you can push your body hard. You can't do a push-up if you're too fat. Do partials. Okay, you don't have to go full range. You can just do a partial. So you're like going down like 5 inches. Who cares? Get a fucking pump. Okay, you got the walking lunges. If you can't get your knee to the ground, so what? Just lunge, half, do partials. Okay, get a nasty fucking pump. Okay, people just train like pussies now. Fuck. But that would be what you do. A meal a day is going to work good for a person that's completely stagnant. Okay, you're not training hard, you're working. Okay, so a meal a day and watch the calorie count. That's a joke. Learn your calories. If you had to eat fast food, I just told you 1,500, you're going to be cutting like crazy. 1,500, you're talking like, even if it was McDonald's and then maybe scrap a bun, but you're talking 2 double fucking quarter pounders with cheese, like 1,600. You're going to cut weight on that. That and some sparkling water and some snake juice. Okay, maybe try to actually eat a good clean meal if you can get a hold of one. But I know a lot of truckers are just eating a bunch of junk because that's all they got. But you don't have to. Put in some fucking work. But a meal a day at night's going to work good. You're going to sleep fine. Get up the next day, fucking fast all fucking day. You don't have to even do anything. Okay, that's not optimal. You still want to exercise optimally to get in shape. But the most important part's losing weight so you don't die of a fucking heart attack. Okay, TBH donated me 7,000. I do not know what those units are. This is about 200 US, he said. Oh, thank you very much. That's a lot of money. I found you just after I left a big pharma company. I discovered how evil their drugs are. I enjoyed your point of view, and then you and fasting routines changed the course of my life. Now I have a 225,000K YouTube channel and a new life. Thanks, Cole. Maximum friendship. Well, thank you very much. Your channel blew up past mine. Perfect. Yeah, if my channel wasn't zapped, I probably would have been fucking at a huge amount of people. But that brings up a point again. Um, Even back to the urine therapy again, you understand that if you dig into it, they've been collecting piss. They've been using horse piss for years to make skincare products. Like, it's nothing fucking new. It's new to you. It's new to people because they're a bunch of pussies in North America. It's a fucking joke. You go over to fucking Asian countries, they're doing this all the time. Okay, there's fighters that are doing it, for fuck's sakes. Who Marquez, the fucking guy that beat Pacquiao twice. He fucking drinks piss. Okay, what's his name? The karate guy in the UFC. He drank fucking piss. That Brazilian, I forget his fucking name now. Okay, it's nothing new. Okay, if you have skin problems and you're getting lean, put piss right on the skin. It's unreal what it does. Okay, let it age and put it on. Okay, you don't have to put it on all the time. Just try it. It's not going to kill you. If you're desperate enough, you'll do anything. And the thing is, it's not even abrasive. It's crazy how people will go get their gut cut open and get fucking bariatric surgery, but they won't fast. Fuck, like, that's how much fear you live in, that you'll take that advice before just not eating. Jesus, fuck. Okay, you'd think that you'd be fasting yourself half to death before getting that surgery. Okay, where's your mind at? Okay, even like you look at now Zardan, fuck. He literally gets the people to do a 1,200 calorie a day fucking diet, and they lose a pile of weight, and they did it on a normal diet, but they're so fucking blind and fucking numb in the fucking skull, they still want the surgery after they just dieted normal and lost like 100 to 200 pounds in some cases. Fuck. Okay, now, and that's smart, because now Zardan knows, and all these bariatric surgeons know, that if they can get the fat pig to diet before they've gotten the surgery doesn't do shit. Okay, as soon as you heal up, you can easily just eat like a pig again. But they've already taught him some discipline because they made him work to get the surgery by dieting. So you know for a fucking fact, after they get the surgery, a lot of them will at least have an initial weight loss because they've already dieted. They already can do it. Okay, so it works perfect. It's the perfect scam. It's like, hey, you need to eat 1,000 cal diet before you get the surgery. And then, so now the person can actually diet anyway. It's a fucking joke. Fuck. It's fucking stupid. It's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking seen. You could run 1,000 cal diet and you do it for like quite a while. So then they'll actually have you in to get the surgery because you're fucking 500-600 pounds. And then you get the surgery and you're already used to having the diet anyway. And of course, they'll give the surgery the credit, which is bullshit, because there's only 1 million people that get a fucking surgery. And as soon as the stomach, and the other thing, your stomach's so fucked at the start, you can't eat anyway. Of course, you're going to lose fucking weight. You just had surgery, you idiot. But as soon as you can start eating again, you think you can't just pound weight on eating a high frequency diet that's full of fucking juice and Coke. It's so easy to get the calories in when you're a fucking drink addict. That's how you get fat as fuck, people. Sedentary as fuck, and you drink the calories. That's how people, that's what leads to the crazy obesity. But deeper problems, obviously, why are they sedentary as fuck? Because they're scared shitless of life. They fucking don't want to do shit. Their mind's numb. They have no fucking imagination. Okay, the imagination part, it's amazing how when you keep your mind numb with your fucking scrolling and your fucking social media and your fucking food and your drugs and your whatever, all of it, and you're poured, it's amazing how your mind's just so numb that your imagination is shit. Without a good imagination, you just got no fucking gratitude because you can't imagine yourself out of anything. Okay, you're just stuck in this fucking rut. Brian C. donated me $20. Thank you very much. If I miss any donations, message me on Facebook Messenger or Instagram and ask me your question there. Casey Lee donated me $10, says, hi, Cole. I've been fasting for 5 days now on 16-ounce water a day, but almost no weight loss. Any idea why? This hasn't ever happened before in the past. I'm a woman, 5'4", 200 pounds, lost 37 pounds so far. Okay, so you've lost 37 pounds. You understand that the weight loss is not linear. It's like a staircase. Now, if you're not getting in the fucking salt, your body can go into salt sparing mode. Okay, there's a hormone called aldosterone that'll make you basically reinvest the salt. And you're not, that's why a lot of people will bloat up because the salt's too fucking low. That's why, that's why even urine therapy, if you have the balls to taste your piss, you can dial it in perfect. A lot of times that's why you'll hold water. But I'll tell you right now, if you're not eating any fucking food, you're losing body fat. Water's heavy as fuck. So you might go a few days with like no weight drop, but as long as the weight stays the same, that's how I can tell if people actually cheat. The weight will bounce up. Okay, if a woman says that she's not losing any weight, but it's holding, and she's very fat, like, most women are extremely fat if they're over 250 pounds. That means that she's probably doing a good job on the diet still, except she's holding water. Bad sleep, not enough salt, and obviously just stress in general. So anytime you sleep shit, you're going to hold. But your body will be shrinking. That's why you could use that belt tactic. Get a belt around your fucking waist or your torso, tighten it the fuck up and try to get tighter on that belt. Okay, it's like going with, do your clothes feel looser, but you're using a belt with loops. So you tighten the fuck out of it and try to get in the next loop. And also understand, if you're fasting this hard, so you're fasted 5 days, you need an escape plan. Okay, 5-day fast, a perfect escape plan for an average woman that's still pretty fucking sedentary is going to be 1,200 calorie a day, between 1,000 and a 1,200 calorie a day diet. 1,200 you should not gain. You shouldn't unless you're very small. Okay, 1,200, that could be broken into 2 meals at 600 a pop, maybe 700, 600 if you don't want to get too aggressive by cutting carbs. You can do carbs in the morning at breakfast, or maybe even do an intermittent fast, eat at lunch and dinner. 0 carb at night is going to be a little more aggressive, which is good. Always weigh yourself before you eat. Always weigh yourself right before you fucking eat. Okay, it's okay to take a diet break. Okay, you've lost 37 pounds. It's not going to just fucking fall like that. And also, your BMR drops as you lose weight. Like, people just can't get that through their fucking head. You think your BMR is going to be the same if you weigh 200 pounds versus 120? It takes energy to heat up fat. Okay, so that's why that brings up a good point, why people that are morbidly obese, they don't got to do shit. They don't got to do shit if they had any discipline at all to fucking take their time and simply clean up their diet, cut the liquid calories, cut the junk food. They wouldn't even have to actually feel any hunger to lose weight if they just ate a clean diet. A clean diet, even just low carb. Okay, they don't got to do shit because their BMR's through the roof. Fuck. That a regular clean diet will get a morbid obese person down to a decent body weight. Okay, you don't got to do nothing radical to get to a decent body weight. Nothing. Like, even me, like, I have to fucking eat like a fucking pig to get over 185. So what's that mean? If I'm eating a clean diet, I can't hold 180. Okay, if I start actually trying to chip down hard, I don't even have to tighten my diet up that much to get down to 175. For me, that's like probably right around 11% body fat. 10% body fat, 11. Okay, you don't got to do as much as you think. The trick to weight loss is there's no fucking trick. But the trick to weight loss is a lot of times if you could do as little as possible to get a downward trend on the scale and be happy with the downward trend. Don't worry about the fucking number as much as the downward trend. Michael Ocon asks, Cole, huge fan. Snack Adapted was your best video ever. Changed my life. Stop chasing the bloat. Small keto meals. Weight is melting. More Snack Adapted videos, please. Okay, let's talk about that. Truth be told, if you have diet goals, just imagine if you could eat a normal diet again. Imagine you didn't have to do anything radical. Not even OMAD. Just imagine you fucking had that capability. Okay, that's really what a good diet goal would be. It would be to be able to eat intuitively and a normal amount of food, keeping it clean, staying at a lean body weight without doing any fucking thing that's radical. Now, I've talked about this before. If you can get to where you can control those portions and you can do smaller meals, you're people that can eat a small meal and walk away, whether it's even one meal. Maybe they ate one meal and it was 600 calories. So, I only ate one meal yesterday and it was only 600 fucking calories. So technically that was a meal a day, but it was only 600 fucking cal. Okay, so that's a light meal, and they were able to go to bed and get up the next day and continue on. Okay, if you can get to that place, you're gonna be able to keep your weight off forever. Okay, like that. There's nothing wrong with a 3 meal a day diet. Nothing. In fact, I'm actually somewhat impressed that they even came up with fucking 3 meal a day because it's a good diet. As long as you eat clean, it's not like this big conspiracy where it's like, oh, 3 meal a day is gonna kill you. You don't need to eat. No, for somebody that's working like a fucking and has a life, like working a real fucking job, fuck, especially like a man, fuck, they need the 3 meals for fuck's sakes. Unless, like, how are they gonna go to work on a fucking service rig at a lean body weight and fucking work all fucking day for 16 hours on a fast? Yeah, have fun with that. Fuck. See, all of this stuff works. Like, don't shit on somebody if they're eating 3 meals a day and they look better than you. Okay? Having the snacks, I hear it all the time. Oh, I'm just going to be hungry if I have a snack. Well, that's your fucking fault. Okay? That's your fault that you're fucking buying into your mindset's weak. What do you mean you're just hungry? How the fuck you're just hungry after you eat a good breakfast that has some potatoes? So then eat again. Okay, this is getting away from all the hardcore fasting routines. Then have another meal. Okay, just eat another meal that's 500 cal. Like, why can't a guy eat fucking 3 meal a day that's 600 fucking calories a pop? They can. And in fact, if you look at the general public that is fucking in excellent shape, okay, that's how they eat. Okay, they're not doing anything radical. Okay, in fact, the radical shit's for the pussies, to be honest with you. Okay, it's not like you're not a tough guy if you have to eat a fucking 0 carb meat only diet just to fucking stay at a proper weight. And you know you're full of shit because you're still eating carbs and not saying a fucking word about it. You're not a tough guy because you're fucking trying to do like 20-day fucking fast. The tough guy can eat the fucking same amount of food every fucking day for a fucking year. That's the tough guy. Okay, not the desperate fucking weak ass motherfuckers. The more aggressive the fucking diet has to be, usually that's the more desperate the person is and the bigger fucking pussy they are, and they have no fucking discipline. Okay, they have no discipline to lose weight at a normal pace. Fuck, 2 pounds a week's too slow for motherfuckers. And you know what? Those people that think that's too slow, they never get there. They never fucking get there. So fucking let that fucking sink in. Okay? Diet goals. Okay? Like OMAD, fuck, like I'll use a meal a day to fucking get ripped. But even weight goals, don't set some stupid standard when when you're still just fat. Like, go from fat to normal first. What's normal? Normal is a flat stomach. Normal is having a gut that doesn't overhang over your jeans. Okay, today that's a good body. Okay, that's not a dad bod. A dad bod's a fat ass gut. Okay, or a fat ass gunt if you're a woman. Okay, you don't have to fucking chase these stupid fucking expectations. If you want to compare yourself to people, if you just go out in the fucking public, go to your local swim pool, you can see what you're competing with if it's a fucking thing. Okay? But at the end of the day, you should just be competing with your last week's pictures. Not some fucking girl on Instagram that, like, you're not her. Okay? Why would you fucking try to compare yourself to her when you should just be trying to improve on last week's pictures of you? Okay? I see it all the time. Girls will send me, oh, I want to look like this bitch. Like, shut the fuck up, idiot. Okay, maybe, and then I get them to take accountability pictures, and it's like, how about you worry about fucking just looking like this bitch in this fucking set of pictures and building a fucking set of fucking, and building a fucking ass and some fucking legs and working on your back and maybe be able to do a push-up and a pull-up. But instead, they're comparing themselves to all these other motherfuckers. Comparison's the thief of joy, folks. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. I had a donation, underground boot camp, donated me $5. Cole was a vegan for 3 years, eat chicken now, but still am depressed, lazy, and can't beat addictions. Best diet to heal and become, I'm guessing ABAD ass small brain. ABAD ass small brain. Badass small brain. That's what he meant. Yeah. So a vegan diet, essentially, if you just added, about, figure out what you would be for body weight if you were ripped. And truthfully, if you're eating an honest vegan diet, like you're eating a fruit-only diet long enough, you're going to get ripped. Okay? Don't fucking kid yourself. I'll tell you right now, you're going to get leaner faster eating wet fruit than you will on a fucking meat-only fucking high-protein carnivore diet. I'll tell you right now. But if you're a fat ass, that's okay for a while, but eventually you need some meat. Now, as long as you add about, if you were ripped, so let's assume you're getting lean, like you're getting to be a stupid vegan where you're losing all your fucking muscle and you're lean. All you're going to do is add in about 0.6, 0.7 grams per pound of lean body weight of good lean protein. And now your fucking vegan diet is a good diet. As long as you're not reacting badly to a bunch of fucking foods. Okay, if it was just straight fruit, wet fruit, like for example, watermelon, fucking pears, whatever, and you're getting in that meat source, that's a good fucking diet. In fact, that's one of my favorite diets to fucking cut on OMAD. That's what I told you at the start of this video. Okay, dry fast all fucking day because you're weighing yourself dry, so it's very scale friendly. And then you have a bit of meat. Make sure I hit my minimum on my meat protein because that protein counts. I don't give a fuck about protein from vegetables and shit. And then I eat the fruit. And naturally, you just put yourself in a fucking deficit. Okay, and the best part is the bowel movements are perfect. Okay, you don't have to worry about getting plugged up. I don't mind the zero carb diet. But if you're doing the zero carb diet, high fucking protein, you're going to have fucking bowel fucking issues for sure. Okay, you're going to have bowel, if you go extreme and it's like a protein sparing modified fast, but you're eating like a good amount of fucking lean meat, you're going to have shitty bowel movements. Simple as that. Okay, if it's strict keto, 20-80 macros, bowel movements will probably be decent. Okay, because your fucking protein's still the same. The protein should be about the same as if you're on the carb diet. Okay? It shouldn't change a bunch. You don't need blocks of meat. Fuck. Either you're eating carbs or you're eating keto. Okay? If you're eating just a high protein diet and think it's keto, it's not. Okay? It's not. And that there's way more side effect to that than just eating a proper amount of protein with a fucking pile of fat. Plus, you lose way more weight. Bacon kicks the shit out of steak. I'll tell you fucking right now. If you're fucking following a bunch of advice from these mainstream carnivore diet coaches, I'll tell you that bacon will kick the shit out of steak in every fucking way. For weight loss, for feeling better because the salt's way higher, plus you get in some snake juice to keep the salt cranked, the potassium, kicks the shit out of it. It's not even comparable. In fact, a lot of people, when they fucking plateau on their fucking ribeye steak diet, if they fucking just went to bacon, they start losing weight. Idiots. Fuck, I've said this a million times, but somehow the zero carb carnivore community isn't even zero carb anymore. Everybody just calls their diet carnivore just to be part of this fucking group. And everybody's just eating way too much protein. It's fucking stupid. Because calories still count. So you got to allot. If you're going crazy high in the protein, you got to fucking make something up. And if you're going high protein, low fat, that's not ketogenic. Okay, that's a low carb diet, but that's not ketogenic. You'll be in ketosis most of the time, maybe from the fasting, but that meal itself is not ketogenic. It's not. Bacon's ketogenic. You're going to be in ketosis after you eat that bacon. But if you eat like 2 pounds of fucking ribeye steak in one sitting, fuck, you're going to be fucking bucking yourself out or dropping your levels of ketones for sure. You might as well be eating fucking carbs as far as your body's concerned on the fuel source. But that's why I love that meal a day diet with the low protein, high wet fruit, because you go to the can, you don't have all these questions that are up in the air when you go. Like, I love fucking keto diets, but there's still side effects. And for women, it might even be a bit worse than for men. Example, hair loss. Okay? You don't need to fucking cut carbs to lose weight if you're worried about hair loss. And I'll tell you right now, you will lose hair if you get aggressive enough with a zero carb diet for long enough. Okay, I told you the story when I did. It was the biggest fuck up I ever did. Was I went and fucked around with a carnivore diet. What by definition at the time was zero carb meat only. Rather than doing my regular keto routine, which is lower protein, and I did that 15-day fast, and I should have just went back to eating a regular looking diet that had fruit in it or some carbs. And then I did 6 weeks of just meat, and it was steak and liver. The liver, you'll get all the vitamin C you need, which is a crock of shit. And I did that for 6 weeks, and I started losing hair. Okay, I bounced back, but I lost some fucking hair permanently for sure. And it was because of that fucking diet. Normally, if I was doing a keto diet, I would have been going low protein, way more fat, and I would have been throwing in the chocolate, like things that these fucking zero carb carnivore zealots frown upon. I would have been throwing in fucking like some of the oils, like the coconut oil, the olive oil, things that aren't carnivore. Like a regular keto diet. Carnivore diet's a step backwards from a fucking true ketogenic diet. Okay, and I love when people make it sound like it's the tough guy step forward. It's not. It's weak. It's weaker than a true keto diet. Okay, you're way more badass eating bacon than you are eating a bunch of steak. Okay, the bacon's really ketogenic. Okay, you're fucking making ketones like fucking crazy on the bacon. Fuck. People don't even know this shit works. They think just zero carb is ketogenic. Idiots. It's not. Okay, I wish that lots of my old lives, can't even find them. I sat there and ate a pile of steak in a sitting, and I showed my blood sugars after about an hour just climb like a bastard from all the protein. That would never happen if I was eating bacon. Never. If you're going to eat steak, you got to get your fucking macros on point and add fat. Now, there's the problem. It's like, what fat do you add? Some people don't fucking react that good to butter and shit. Olive oil, but you can't do that on a fucking carnivore diet. Coconut oil, you can't do that on a carnivore diet. Fucking avocado oil, you can't do that on a fucking carnivore. It's just bullshit. Fuck. Do what fucking gets the fucking result. Don't be dogmatic to the fucking food choices when it comes to that. That's just stupidity. Complete fucking stupidity. Okay, my hamburger diet, raw hamburger. I've been eating a pound of raw hamburger probably for 90% of the last year. Okay, sometimes when I swap the diet up, I eat a lot of raw hamburger because it's fucking easy. But you think I don't add fucking non-carnivore oils to that? Of course, I drench it in olive oil. I get in fucking avocado oil from the mayonnaise that I buy. Okay, the organic mayonnaise. I call it organic because it's not made with vegetable oil. It's avocado oil and egg yolks. Okay, it's avocado oil. Fuck. Okay, that's not fucking processed fucking vegetable oil. Okay, fucking pure avocado oil. Fuck. There's nothing wrong with it, you idiots. Okay, focus on the fucking weight loss and stop bickering and bantering about this bullshit. Shut the fuck up. Okay, even that's why I said the vegan diet. Okay, you can make it a good diet if you just add a little bit of meat. Okay, a meat-only carnivore diet on your ribeye steak. You can make it a good diet long-term if you just add in some carbs. Even if you're cycling them. Even if you're cycling the fucking carbs for 1 day, 2 days out of the week. Okay, which is what most of the motherfuckers do. But they won't say it. They won't fucking say it because that would be fucking against the fucking religion. Fucking morons. That's why I get so annoyed with fucking the help. Because I brought up the guy's name on the last video. His name's Bill Knott. And this guy's fucking on raw willpower with the community, which is good. But it's the carnivore community, and this guy, he's eating just steak basically, but he can't maintain that. It's impossible. 100% failure rate to try to fucking hold a zero carb diet. 100% failure rate. The only way you'll fucking keep it going is if you're getting paid. The only way you keep it going is if you're getting paid or you're full of shit. 100% failure rate. So this guy needs to have a backup plan when he fucking decides to fail. And it's not a failure as long as he doesn't gain weight back. See, it's a big problem. It's like people are angry about the way you lost the weight. Who fucking cares? See, this guy was like 700 pounds. He's about the same size as Omad Manny, another guy that I speak to. Omad Manny's like 6'8". But this Bill Knott, like he got a good following from the carnivore community, and it's just they're not going to tell him that if he'll be probably nervous to say that this is getting fucking brutally hard because you're running on raw willpower. Long fast, raw willpower, zero carb, raw willpower. All right. Like it's got to be way more of a fucking lifestyle change. And if there's no carbs there, you're never going to hold on to it ever. Okay. Carbs are essential for fucking maintenance. Carbs are essential for adherence. Essential. And if you even look at the people on the planet, the people who are the strongest and the best genes lived right on the fucking equator. I hate when people say carbs aren't essential. Yeah, lots of things aren't essential. Okay? Like martial arts isn't essential until somebody wants to fuck you up on the street. Okay? Lots of shit's not essential. Okay? It doesn't mean you can't make improvements. Fuck, idiots. Okay, like a bowl of berries is all it would take a lot of times to make these people stay on course. But instead, they blow up. They go from their zero carb diet to a fucking pizza instead of just adding in a bit of carb. It's just stupidity. They get away from the point. Now, if you're lean and you got fucking bad skin problems or cancer or any of that shit, obviously cutting carbs is great. But if you're cutting carbs, I'm telling you, you'll do better on a protein count that is a proper protein count, not 200 grams of fucking protein when you literally, at a lean body weight, you weigh like 150 fucking pounds or 160 pounds. So you don't need that much. You don't. Because you got the other calories to fuck with. It's way harder to digest. It doesn't make any sense. So I hope that answered that question. So if he was a vegan for that long, if you're trying to beat what addictions, right? Like you got your basic shit. Okay, a lot of people are porn addicts that I deal with, and that makes you want to eat. You just bust a nut and you want to fucking eat. All right. You're news addicts, you're social media addicts, it's video game addicts. Okay, Amazon shopping addicts, blow all your fucking money on Amazon. You food addiction, which is a very weak addiction, but there is a food addiction there. Okay, you're just numbing your brain, killing time. Okay, the best way to beat addiction is you got to take action, face fear. Okay, talk to real people, get out in public, get involved. Okay, even if you have to go to fucking church, do something. Okay, people will fucking shit on church. It's better than sitting at home getting fat and dying and having your cat eat you. Fucking eat you while you're laying there dead for 2 fucking weeks. Hey, geez, maybe I could have went to church and faced some fucking fear instead of having my cat eat me. Okay, here's one from V. Donate me $20. Hi, Cole. Thanks for all your advice. I'm planning to do a dry fasting routine every day for 24 hours, doing 500 calorie burn on the bike in the morning. Can I do a 500 milliliter snake juice drink before bed again? Thanks for everything. Yeah, like that's a good routine. If you're trying to cut, dry fast all day. When you eat you want to keep the diet wet. If you're doing it on keto, that's why I say like bacon and cucumbers. If you're trying to dry fast on like steak only and it's high protein, you're gonna get plugged up to beat fuck. Okay, bacon and cucumbers, like low protein, low. When I say low, I mean normal amounts. Okay, or meat and fruit. Just drench that fruit with snake juice, and the rest of the evening get in some snake juice, and then weigh yourself when you're dry right before, and you'll know that you're chipping down on the scale. That's a good routine. Okay, I wouldn't even go with 500 calorie burn's a good burn. I don't know how much you weigh, but you don't need to fucking blow your load on the cardio the first day. Like you could go 250 cal burn and see if the scale's chipping down and just make sure that the diet's clean and see if you can get a result before you even have to count calories or pull the cardio up. Try to do as little as possible. Don't just burn up all your resources on your weight loss tricks right at the start. Okay? Try to get a weight loss result doing fuck all. Just make those small adjustments. And then that's the guys that won't gain the weight back. And then if you want to get a hard cut going, that's when you throw in a longer fast. Okay. Somebody asked me about, do I recommend rolling 72s and shit anymore? Like, I'm not going to say that somebody can't use those to lose some weight quick, but you're better off to be on a diet and chipping down and then do a real fast, like a 72-hour fast, and then maybe diet again for 4 days, rather than creating a yo-yoing diet routine where you're eating like a fucking pig on that eating window for that day. And then alternate day fasting, same shit. But ADF can work good if you're trying to teach yourself how to eat light, because you fast all day and then you get in some snake juice that day, relax. And then on the next day, if you wanted to train every other day full body or something, you can just eat small, light meals on that eating day. Train your body, shrink your gut. Okay, there is method to my madness when it comes to those snacks. Shrink your gut. That's goals. That's diet goals. So you're not just chasing a big meal. Okay, shrink your gut. And then all of a sudden, if you do have a meal one day that ends up being OMAD for some reason, you're not trying to eat a 2,000 calorie meal in one sitting. You only end up eating 1,200 if you're a male, or if you're a woman, maybe like 600. And then you just had a 600 calorie day. Just don't, when it comes to the cardio, just get it dropping. Like, this is a routine. I'm assuming this person isn't crazy overweight, because they're not asking me about any crazy shit like a 10-day fast and shit, which is fine. If you're a fat ass, the best way to do it, I get on a strict keto routine for 3 days, get those ketone strips showing color, then bust on a 10-day fucking fast on snake juice. Okay, let's see what we got here. The Q donated me $10, says, "Hey Cole, thanks for doing lives again. You're a legend. Have you seen anyone heal permanently flushed cheeks? Have you done a couple? I have done a couple 7-day snake juice fasts in the past and no real improvement. Are you still fat?" Okay, that's the question. Are you still a fat ass? Get lean. Okay, I don't know what your weight is. Everybody that fucking sends me a message, put your height and fucking weight in there so I can at least see that. If you're still a fat ass, a 7-day fast twice won't do shit. Like, could you imagine if Snake Diet Fat Man just did 2 7-day fasts? Where would that get him down to? Like, fucking, yeah, he dropped like 15, 20 pounds. So, hey, if you're still a fat ass, who cares? Get fucking lean. And I don't mean you don't have to get fucking dick skin ripped, but get to where it's like, okay, like, I am fucking pretty fucking lean here, where there's nobody on the planet that's going to say that I'm fat, even me. Actually, that's what you should ask yourself. Would Cole tell me I have weight to lose? Because you don't want to ask fucking a bunch of pussies, because they'll be like, fat is beautiful. Okay, if a fat girl asks her fucking dumb friends if she's fat, they'll fucking say that she's beautiful when they know damn well she's a fat pig. And maybe she even has wicked genetics, and they're scared that if she loses weight, she'll get all their cock. Okay, like, it's fucking, that's the thing. Like, don't ask the enablers. And as far as enablers go, don't ever forget that most of the time, if an enabler is telling you that you're beautiful or you're not fat, they got their own problem. Okay, they're too chicken shit to speak their fucking mind. Okay, they got a problem on their own. Not just enabling you, it's because they have no fucking balls. Okay, the enabler themselves has issues with self-esteem and confidence. Okay, no fucking balls. Balls. Too many fucking guys getting them cut off now, idiots. Fuck. Okay, get lean. And then obviously that's when you're lean, that's when shit gets more aggressive. If you're lean and you still got a health problem, like a skin problem or something, that's when you fucking fuck around with pulling carbs. That's when you fuck around with strict keto. That's when you fuck around with maybe doing keto OMAD, which is an aggressive routine. Okay, if it's cancer or something, strict keto, sleep's number one right at the top. Fucking tons of high-dose vitamin C. Get in some baking soda, okay? Keep the pH higher. Okay, that's could help your skin. Hardcore shit like the urine therapy. All right, all that stuff. Sunlight, exercise, yo-yoing the heart rate, actually getting in shape, not just steady state cardio, fucking breath holding. Okay, holding your breath. I've been holding my breath since I was a fucking kid from competitive swimming. Okay, that kind of shit is fucking good for you. Okay, swimming underwater. Okay, like if you actually do some research when you build up that carbon dioxide in your fucking body, that like I was digging deep and I can't even find it now, probably because God knows where it went. There's an article talking about cancer and loading up your fucking body with a bunch of CO2 from holding your fucking breath. And why do you think I ended up looking that up? Because I started doing 50-meter fucking underwater pulls at the fucking swim pool again. And I'm like, there's got to be some fucking value to this shit, not just lung capacity. And I dug into it, and that's what I was doing. And of course, now people are so pussyfied that I got in shit for swimming 50 meters underwater. I was doing 50 meters, swim 50 meters again with breaks, and they fucking wouldn't even let me swim 50 meters underwater because they were scared I was going to pass out. Like, what the fuck? I remember when I was a kid, there was a guy that was older than me in our swim club, and he did fucking near 3 lengths underwater in a 25-meter pool, which obviously, yeah, you can go on YouTube and see people do 100-meter underwater, but like this is pretty fucking crazy back when there's no fucking internet. And he fucking passed out on the bottom of the fucking pool. Like nobody wants to hold their fucking breath. It's nothing new. Okay, you know what else I would do? I would hold my breath doing steady state cardio. Okay, you call that death cardio. Okay, where I'd be like doing steady state cardio, and then every minute I would hold my breath for a whole fucking minute when I was walking on the treadmill. And you should see your heart rate climb up. You hold it, work yourself up. Maybe you do like 30 seconds and then a minute and a half without holding your breath, 30 seconds, and then work up to 45 seconds, then maybe a minute on, minute off, holding your breath for the whole fucking minute. Okay, I was doing that all the time. You can do that on a fucking bike, but you're going slow. You want to be doing snake cardio if you're doing the breath holding technique. But I'll tell you right now, it's going to make the time go by faster because it gives you something to almost do. Even though it's hard, it doesn't make the time go by faster in a sense. It just makes it less, it makes long cardio stints on like a treadmill walking. It just makes it more fun because one of the minutes that you're walking feels like a break because you just held your breath for a fucking minute. So yeah, try that. You always want to get to a good body weight first. Always. Men, you want to be under 20% body fat, 15%. Women, you want to be sub 25% body fat. Like if you're a woman, like again, would Cole say that I'm fat? But I have women come to me sometimes that have pretty good bodies, and yeah, will tighten up their diet a bit, but because they're watching too much shit on Instagram, they think they're like morbidly obese, and they look pretty good. Okay, a lot of times with men, they're trying to cut fucking body fat, and they have no fucking muscle. Fuck. I get so many motherfuckers that keep messaging me, oh, how do I get to fucking 10% body fat and shit? And they can't do one fucking pull-up. Are you fucking stupid? Fuck. Okay, you just gotta eat normal and fucking exercise, whether you want to do calisthenics or pump iron. Fuck. But do it intensely. When you do any fuck. The most idiot-proof way to resistance train is you train to fucking failure. I mean brutal failure. So like say you're doing an arm curl. Maybe you have strict form 1, 2, 3, and then it starts getting hard and you're cheating it. You're cheating it. And then you're throwing it up and negative. And then you're helping it up with the other hand, negative. Like fucking train like you fucking mean it. Fuck. You know, you push those partials, you fucking lazy pricks. Okay? And a lot of these programs you get, it'll say, oh, you got to do 4 by this or 4 sets of this or 8 to 12 reps. The part that the program never says is you don't got to stop at 12 fucking reps. Push it to fucking failure, you idiot. The easiest fucking way to train is if you forget everything everybody teaches you about fucking sets and reps and you just hit every fucking set, maybe one feeler set. And every set after that is a weight. And even if you get the weight wrong, even if you accidentally go with a lighter weight the next time you hit that muscle, hit it to fucking failure. There's a guy, I talked about him the other night briefly, Sam Sulek. He's on juice. He's on gear. So what? Okay, he's a young kid. Watch how he fucking trains. Okay, he trains intuitively, and if he hits an exercise, he might hit one hard set, and then he doesn't like it and goes to another exercise. But every fucking set's to fucking failure. Okay, negatives. Fuck, everything's to failure. You can't fuck it up. Because when you're fucking got this perfect, pretty form, especially for women, okay, women are worried too much about how they look in the gym. Because you don't look sexy when you look like you're making a sex face, because you're actually putting out. Trying to look good all the time. Okay, that's not what gets results. Okay, the guys, you're just a pussy. Okay, you just gotta fucking train harder. Dig yourself into that fucking nasty place where it burns like a bitch. Okay, that's how you build fucking muscle. You gotta give your body something to fucking adapt to. You can't just do a bunch of fucking bullshit fucking sets and there's no fucking intensity. Obviously, if you're doing really heavy loads, like powerlifting's a whole other story. Like you might have a program, but then there's a blatant progression where you're cranking up the percentages and shit. But if you don't want to get into that kind of detail, your average person, if they just went to the fucking gym and every fucking set you hit is as hard as you can fucking go, you're gonna get fucking results. It's so idiot proof. Fuck. How do you think when I trained when I was like 16? We had nobody helping us. We were just doing your old bullshit body part split. Fucking arm day, leg day, shit like that. But we're doing fucking forced reps and shit. We're young kids. Fuck, couldn't even touch your fucking head with your hands. Your arms are so pumped up. Like everybody trains like a bunch of fucking pussies. So those guys that get a hold of me that have no muscle, eat a normal diet, keep it clean, eat enough food, and let the intensity fucking adjust the food volume for you. If you're training like a bitch, you're not going to want to eat. If you're training hard, you're going to want to eat. And it'll fucking auto-regulate perfectly. And you'll never get fat as long as you're eating clean fucking food. Like, people overcomplicate this fucking shit because every asshole doctor's got some sort of method that everyone thinks is the new latest and greatest, and it's a bunch of bullshit. Now, obviously, there's specific, there's powerlifting routines where you might be doing a 5x5 or 6x10, but they're logging the fucking weights perfectly. Okay, that's more specific. That's very specificity is more important there. But if you're just trying to build some fucking muscle and have a good body, you don't even need to be specific to still hit very close to as strong as you can get on lifts. You just got to put out. And you're not going to put out, if you're still trying to build your body up, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a young guy or you're a woman that's trying to build muscle, like really serious, don't train fasted, you idiot. Fuck, don't train fucking fasted, you fucking dummy. If you're really trying to build muscle, maybe if you're trying to cut and you're already maxed and you've already built a fucking shitload of muscle and been lifting weights for fucking 30 years like me, okay, like, fuck. Are you fucking stupid? Okay, eat a fucking breakfast and fucking train. Okay, you don't need to fucking fast. Okay, have fun doing a hard leg workout on a fucking fast the way I'm telling you. You're going to run out of gas in 2 seconds, you fucking idiot. Okay, you can still keep the calories down without fucking intermittent fucking fasting. Okay, a 2-meal-a-day fucking diet with breakfast for somebody that really wants to build muscle that is not an advanced lifter is going to be way better than fasted fucking training. Fuck. Like, get your head out of your fucking ass. I'm not saying I haven't fasted trained like a million times, but I was also an advanced fucking lifter. I was not going to build a bunch of muscle. My muscle mass has been the same forever. Okay, it's been the same forever. No matter what my weight is, my lean mass is always anywhere between 147 and 150. Because I had a million scans done when I was bulking, cutting. It was always the same. Okay, I wasn't going to put a bunch of tissue on. But you fuckers that come to me that are fucking little runts and women that have fuck, eat a fucking meal. Okay, don't get all dogmatic with fucking, listen to all this bullshit of fasted training so fucking great. It's fucking not. Not if you want to fucking put on some real fucking meat on your body. Fuck, give me a break. Nobody trains fast at its high level. You fucking stupid. You'll have your little fucking one-off example, but anybody that's top level, that's a fucking bodybuilder that's natural, they're not training fucking fast. And if they're just starting and they're trying to fucking build muscle, they're fucking maybe using fasting as a tool on their cut, but they sure as fuck aren't doing it on their fucking when they're trying to put on tissue. Fucking dummy. Fuck. Okay, let's see what we got. Been on here for a while now. Okay, did I miss a bunch of shit? Oh, here's a good one. Ben Jacob donated me $7. Said, do you still train like Mike Mentzer? High intensity, 1 set till failure. You don't have to get that extreme, but the idea of training the sets till failure is fucking extremely important. Okay, now if you're an advanced lifter, yeah, like I could definitely get enough out of one hard set. Okay, if you're fucking hitting it hard, you can get enough out of a set, enough stimulation. Now, is a woman that's a complete beginner going to be able to put enough intensity into one set to beat the muscle up enough? Probably not. So that's where you'd hit one as hard as you can, and then maybe do another one, maybe even 3 sets for real beginners. But you can tell when you're done. If it feels like the pump isn't getting, like, you can tell when you're exhausted. You don't got to just keep beating a fucking big hole into your fucking recovery. Okay, you can tell. You want to feel strong. The recovery is the most important part. All right, there's 20 million fucking programs out there. But the main thing is you got to train with intensity. And that's why training with moderate to lighter weight sometimes is so hard, because it's harder to fail with a light weight because you got to fucking dig deep. It's very easy to fail if you're hitting fucking triples on a fucking bench press with 315 pounds and you're on a program where you're doing fucking 5x3 or some shit. Okay, you're not even trained to failure then. You don't even need to because the weight's so fucking heavy. So it's going to stimulate. But when you're just trying to get good hypertrophy on your standard, your standard 8 to 12, 8 to 15 reps, what that means is you want to be failing between those numbers. And every muscle is going to be a bit different. You might need to hit a little higher reps on like rear delts or calves or fucking triceps versus biceps and chest. You'll be in the lower rep range, but still till fucking failure. And it's okay if you end up doing 20 reps as long as it's to fucking failure. Like, it's the simplest way for me to tell a newbie how to train. And that's why I said one of the best exercises, I said this the other night, if you just start to get the idea of it with the arm curl. Because then it's like, okay, I know what failure feels like when I'm doing arm curls. Let's apply that to everything else. Okay, don't try learning a bunch of fucking high-tech fucking movements when you can just learn the idea from regular old fucking bodybuilding shit. Okay, you just got to train harder. Okay, if you look at anybody in the gym that has a shitty fucking routine, but they put out and they're throwing around weight, they're always more jacked than the people that look like they're trying to look all pretty. And just don't fucking put your body and compromise your body in certain lifts where you can hurt yourself. Like, you're not going to fucking train to failure on a fucking deadlift. Okay, you're not going to you're going to be careful with like any hip hinge movements. Unless it's on a leg press or something, but RDLs and shit, you fucking go hard, but you don't want to fucking grind and get your back exposed. But even when you're doing bodyweight calisthenics, like, you fucking push the sets, even push-ups. You can build a crazy chest just doing push-ups if the fucking intensity's high enough. All I'm trying to tell you guys is, like, the fucking effort trumps all your bullshit. Okay, whether you're doing a fucking 3-day-a-week full body, every other day full body part fucking split. You go fucking look at Dorian Yates' training routine. You want to do that kind of a split? Fuck, copy Dorian. It's right there. Okay, there's a routine for a fucking good body part split. It's like a 4-day-a-week routine, 3 days off. Okay, or some of the old school guys who do every other day. But they're always training hard. They're always training hard. Okay, you can do upper lower split. You can do a push pull fucking leg. Okay, work the weak points. Okay, it's bodybuilding. Okay, it doesn't have to be all fucking powerlifting and shit. Okay, don't chase numbers on the bar. Just chase the pump, the muscle, chase the effort. Okay, don't get fucking deadlifting 5, 6, 700 pounds or whatever. Sexy. So who gives a shit? Okay, that started with the internet. Okay, nobody even cared about that back in the day. When I was powerlifting, there's none of this shit. Okay, now it's all everyone's like, oh, how much can you deadlift? Like, who gives a fuck? The best bodybuilders, they're fucking not worried about the fucking numbers. They're worried about fucking the pump. And you still get strong. Okay, you're not worried about fucking having this flawless looking technique. Like when you got guys even coming maybe 4 inches off their chest on a flat bench. You think they can't get fucking crazy work? You think that's not, why do you think a lot of guys do that? Okay, even I was a bench presser. That was my event in powerlifting. And you had to fucking come down to your chest, pause, and come up. And I'll tell you right now, as far as shoulder health and just raw hypertrophy training, doing more of a partial on that flat bench could easily be better for a lot of people because it doesn't beat the shit out of your fucking shoulders as bad. You just crank the fucking work. You just crank the volume up. Okay, if you can train without getting hurt, you can hammer more. If you can train without getting hurt and hammer more intensity and more volume in a set, you're going to get a better result. That's why bodyweight calisthenics is so good because it's a lot nicer on the joints. So you can like hammer a lot of volume without getting fucked up. Ali donated me $10, said, cool, thanks for your encouragement to drive fast. It helped me heal my autoimmune disease. Prior to your videos, it freaked me out. Thanks for your good work. Autoimmune issues are always caused by some sort of stressor in the past. Somebody died, a divorce, maybe a really bad injury, something. All right, maybe you got a woman pregnant, and now you're stressed out having a kid, or anything. Fuck. Maybe you're traveling and couldn't sleep or shit. Okay, I always see that with cancer. Cancer and bad sleep go hand in hand. Everybody that develops cancer, their sleep is shit. Okay, because your immune system goes to shit. That's why. So always remember, look at your past when you're having autoimmune issues. Okay, a lot of type 1 diabetics, that's how it develops. And then they just get called a type 1 because they have a day where they end up dehydrated as fuck. And it's later in life. And it's because their body is already getting fucked up from the autoimmune issue. And then they put them on fucking insulin and they fuck them up royally when all the person had to do is cut carbs and work on getting their sleep and stress level down. And they would have been fucking fine. Like, there's very few born type 1 diabetics. It's almost always a stressor, and it usually could have been reversed. But they won't tell you to go on a keto diet to fix it right when you end up in the hospital the first time. They put you on insulin immediately. Okay, let's see here. There's so many guys out there you can watch for, like, general bodybuilding training is not complicated. But what makes a good bodybuilder is really getting your head into the muscle. But then there's more complicated training routines out there that are more fucking specialized in like lifts, like bench press, squat, deadlift, and shit, right? But if you just want the best body you can get and have more fun, old school bodybuilding's fun because you don't need a big program. You just got to push the sets. Make sure you're hitting all your muscles. Okay, you don't need to fucking have a boring ass program. You can just get jacked. And if you ever wanted to get into powerlifting or something, you're going to have a wicked base just from training like a bodybuilder. Okay, a lot of times bodybuilders make some of the best powerlifters because they got just crazy fucking work capacity because they built these huge muscles because the muscles' potential's higher. And then they just got to train the nervous system to be strong in those specific lifts. In fact, one of the guys that used to coach me with bench press, he's like one of the best bench pressers in Canada, drug-free. He's like 50 years old now, and he can still bench 500 pounds. He trained a lot like a bodybuilder, except a little more specific at the bench where he did a lot of volume on a flat bench. But he was looking for pumps, especially on his building phase before he got into the strength shit. He'd hit huge volume. 6x10s with like fucking, like he'd even do 6x20s, like 365 pounds and shit. And he wouldn't even hit all 20 in a row. he might get through 4 sets where he doesn't fail, and then he'd be like hitting 3 reps at a time to get through the next 20 reps. Okay, like hardcore intensity, like a whole nother style. The intensity is always king, though, regardless how you train. No, like me right now, I'll tell you, like I haven't touched a weight in like 2 months. That's all I've been doing, all body weight calisthenics, because I feel just longevity wise, it's just healthier. It's healthier. I was tired of fucking beating up certain joints, and it would fuck up my swimming stroke because I want to get fast in the pool again. It would fuck me up when I was throwing like this shoulder here. I'd get tweaked sometimes. I was living with injury when I was still powerlifting. Something's always slightly tweaked. You're always a little bit tweaked, okay, especially if you're at a top level. And like I was a big bench presser. I benched at my best. I was a double body weight bench presser in competition, raw, just with wrist wraps. So like double body weight. So like and that's with a full pause, like 82 kilos. I was benching like 365 pounds, for a touch and go in the gym, like 380. And that was when I only had power lifted for a few years at that point. And then I tried to cut down to the lower weight class. But it beats you up. So now I'm doing a lot of calisthenics. And plus I don't like to rely on equipment anymore. I like to be able to just go to playgrounds and get jacked. And it's fun. And it's easier to stay lean because it's not such a focused stimulus where you naturally your body wants to be light when you're doing a lot of body weight shit. So it just seems easy to get down there and wait. But whatever you're doing, whether it's calisthenics, pumping iron, the intensity's got to be up there always, or you won't make fucking any gains at all. Okay, I've been on here for a while. Let's see if I missed some of these fucking questions real quick. Oh, here's one. Matthew O'Neill donated. Love your content. Wanted to know how much bacon, berries, and pickles a day for a 310-pound 5'11" male. Okay. Well, if you're going to do the berries, don't worry about, if you're going to do bacon, you're doing strict keto, all right? So you don't need to be adding a bunch of carbs in there. If you're going to do the berries, go with a cleaner looking diet, right? Go with something that's like a little lower fat, leaner meat sources if you're going to go that route. But 2 packs of bacon, if it's like the 1 pound packs and you cook it a decent amount, 2 packs of that weight, that'll be a good starting point. And then if you want to cut a little faster, you're going to lose weight like crazy on a pack and a half to be cutting weight. And you just use the scale, right? You just fucking make sure you're logging your fucking weight every day. And then you dial it in. And it's easy when it's the same food. It's the same fucking food. You just pull back a little bit of food. That's one thing when you're doing a meat-only diet. If you're eating the same fucking food, it's so easy to log it. All right? The scale's king. Like, weigh yourself. Look in the mirror. Okay? And try to get in shape. Make improvements with your cardio. Try to walk farther. And then make sure you're always getting that snake juice. The bacon, you still want some snake juice because just to keep the potassium up. But that's why I love the bacon, because it's so high in salt. So we don't have to worry about people having all these fucking issues that I see all the time in the carnivore community because their electrolytes are all fucked up because they don't get enough fucking salt. Both salts. Richie donated me $10, asks, how can I avoid getting a bunch of canker sores when I'm hard dry fasting? 6 foot, 185. Well, you're 6 feet tall. If you got some muscle on, you're at a pretty good weight. And as far as getting canker sores go, that'd be some sort of a detox. Like if you've dropped all the shit out of your body fat, that should come to an end. I've had canker sores before. If I was on a really dirty diet trying to get like fat for a like a cut to show people how to lose weight, I'd deliberately gain a pile of weight. It was because there was a lot of dirty shit in the diet. But you shouldn't have any issues unless you're eating maybe things that might give you a canker sore, be like, pineapple maybe might. Sometimes when you're putting a pile of salt right on certain foods, if you do it too many days in a row and it's not dissolved, it could maybe give you a canker sore. But the dry fasting, if you're just losing weight and detoxing, that would be what it's from. I'm guessing, unless you're just eating foods that are giving you problems. The Q donated me $10. Says, sorry, male, 6 feet tall, 195 pounds, probably about 20% body fat. Definitely need to drop a good 15 pounds of fat. Think I got a bit of a case of gyno as well working out. So, you know, a lot of people are dealing with gyno. Like your ester, like I'm not a fucking expert in hormones, but I know nowadays a lot of the things that are going to cause problems is like tons of screen time is not good. All right. Like looking at screens in the morning and shit, look, fuck with your estrogen levels and all this other shit. But as far as like cutting the weight, if you're already 195 pounds, 6 feet, like, you got to count the calories and decide what kind of diet you'd want to do. But 2,000 calories to start is going to be a good number. 2,000 is always a good number. Okay, see what 2,000 a day does. 2 meal a day, 1,000 cal pops, fine. But some people, it's just maybe if there's some fat, as you get leaner, the gyno might go away. All right, because you're just fat there. But obviously, if your weight training is going to help tighten some skin that's loose as well. I have had people though that I've seen people with gyno that it's just there, but I wouldn't get too fucking superficial where you're worried about getting insecure about it. Just own it, obviously, because unless it's like I wouldn't be getting surgery if you can't get rid of the gyno. Unless it was a situation maybe where you're fucking lost like 600 fucking pounds. End of the day, surgery is never going to be the go-to thing you'd want to do unless it's extreme, right? It's got to be extreme. But I know that the gyno, it's just I know that there's a lot of fucking environmental factors nowadays with the food choices and the fucking bad sleep and watching porn, playing video games, shit like that. So you always want to get rid of that shit out of your lifestyle. So those basic vices. And then, training hard. Training hard, don't jerk off all the fucking time. Like keep your test levels up. Sleep is right at the top. Sleep is going to be one of the best things to keep testosterone levels up. And then training hard, like get aggressive, like fuck, like be a man. Don't be scared to be masculine. Danish AD Abru donated me $20. Thank you very much. XO, it says. Hopefully that's a girl. Don't worry, guys. It's okay if you love me too, man. I've been fucking helping a lot of dudes. Okay, I help a lot of gay guys lose weight. I help a lot of trannies lose weight. I help a lot of trannies get off drugs, to be honest. Lots. Especially the male ones that are trying to suppress testosterone and shit. Fuck, I've helped lots of them now. It's getting fucking stupid. I can't believe can't believe this is happening. Fucking, where they got to hear it from me to tell them they're a fucking idiot for going on drugs. Like, if you want to be a woman, go ahead. Don't fuck your body up trying to do it. You don't need to get fucking surgeries and shit. Don't let them talk you into it just to completely destroy your fucking body. Anybody that is willing to fucking destroy their body has complete self-esteem fucking issues. Simple as that. Whether it's steroids, fucking surgeries and shit, all of it. Okay? You have no fucking confidence. Your self-esteem needs to be improved, and how do you fix that? You have to take action and face fucking fear, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Well, it doesn't look like this stream chipped up, so it's got to be my fucking cell phone. Let's see here. To wrap this, here's one. No. To wrap this up, I just want to talk about a couple of those sexually transmitted diseases because we started that off. If you fucking have been diagnosed with HIV, you heard it here first. It's bullshit. Forget about it. Make sure you're not a drug addict. Okay, hard fucking drugs That's what'll fuck you up and cause AIDS. All right? Not HIV AIDS is bullshit. Okay? As long as you're not a drug addict and if you can put weight on and get in the gym and train, you're fine. Forget about it. Okay? STDs, chlamydia, herpes, all that shit. It's obviously don't be a fucking whore. Okay? That's the first way to solve that shit. But if you have symptoms, the herpes for sure, urine therapy. Okay, it was funny. There was a podcast, sadly, which had no views. It was about urine therapy, and it was like an hour into it. Like you had to have the discipline to listen to this fucking shit for at least an hour to hear that the guy was the same shit. He started drinking a pile of piss, and all his friends that are getting cold sores and shit, his just stopped from drinking piss. And now don't use that as an excuse to be a fucking whore either. Oh, fuck. I can just fucking go fuck whatever I want now because as long as I drink piss, I won't have a problem. Like, you think you're like a fucking god? No. Like, fucking clean that part of your life up. Fuck. That's as bad of an addiction as anything. Okay? Just sex addiction. Fuck. Okay? You need to put some value on that. A lot of people, to beat porn and all these sexual addictions, you got to cut that shit out for a long time to get the images out of your fucking head. So you don't just look at people like they're a complete object. Okay? It takes a while for those neurotransmitters to actually, for your brain to fix itself because you're literally drilling holes in your brain with that kind of addiction. Porn is the worst. It's so bad because it fucks your relationships up with people, but it's so bad because vices that are free and you can do it behind closed doors are the worst, which is fucking internet porn. It's fucking free. In the old days, you still had to pay for it. You had to go buy the magazine at the store, face that fear of judgment. Okay, you had to be like, hey, where's your porn mags? Or you had to go to the fucking room where the videotapes were in the back and rent one. You still had to have some fucking balls to have that vice, and you still had to pay. Now it's free. That's why it's so bad. It's fucking the worst vice, and it's fucking free. Okay, I have guys that are porn addicts get a hold of me that are kids, and they're like just skin and bone, just pussies, because they just can't stop. They can't stop. It's fucking gross. All right, and even sex addiction with women, because women don't even have to work. Okay, a woman can just get fucking sex whenever, so that becomes just as bad, worse. Because like, well, it's fucking not worse. It's the same. But they can just get sex whenever. So it's like a real body all the time. And you'll end up with a fucking body count of 1,000 by the time you're fucking 20. Just fucking disgusting. And then what ends up happening, the side effect of that is you end up alone. That's the problem. And that's where women come to me that fucking didn't make a guy put a ring on their finger and they fucking are 40, 50 years old now and they're fucking alone. And women hate being alone because it's fear. Okay, that's why I have young girls get a hold of me a lot. And I tell them right to their fucking face. If they're a virgin, I tell them you fucking stay a fucking virgin until you're fucking, there's not only a ring on your finger, but you're fucking married. Because that's the most valuable thing a woman can just give away for free. Idiots. Idiots. Every dad should be telling any boys that fucking date their daughters, if there's a dad there that they're like, what, like, I'll fucking kill you if you fucking have sex with my fucking daughter before you're married. I'll fucking kill you. But there's none of that because half the time dad's not even around now because the family structure's so broken. I don't even need to get on a rant on that shit. Whole other thing. We're going to call it a night. And thanks for all the donations. And until next time, stop fucking eating, fatty.